Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Shay, your local numerologist. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, share. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel, Queen Spirit 1126. We are doing Saturn readings over there all month. And check out my answers by Queen Spirit if you like the shorter tarot readings. Alright, so we are going over our personality number sixes. So you guys can come off as warm, compassionate, caring, and very helpful. The downside of that is people also see you as being gullible, and they also see you as somebody that is willing to self-sacrifice. So if there's anybody that's willing to take away from what they have to help somebody else, it's going to be you. All right, so let's see what's going on with our personality number sixes. Okay, commitment, 3-6, gentle gardener, the number 2. All right. So I still think, 6 is pretty prominent. We have a literal 6 here, and then 2 times 3 is also 6. We also have a 9 and 2, which comes to 11. So I feel like that number is also significant to you. You guys need to reevaluate your commitments and the way that they actually affect you. Because people, again, if you give somebody some energy of, hey, I'm willing to give up this to do this for you, then that's going to be like automatically what they think. Think about it like if you're going to buy a car. When you tell them like, hey, I have this much to put down, they're not going to suggest you putting less down. They're always going to be like, okay, well, that's the amount that we need. They're going to stick to that. They're not going to go any lower, okay? They might ask you for more. And so you have to make sure that you're not willing to give up everything that you have to any commitment. Nothing that you do in life should take everything that you have. I think that's going to be the biggest lesson, because people are so willing to take advantage of you and take from you, because you are a very compassionate person, and people feel that I get this vibe that people feel special around you. So no matter what it is, no matter what you do, people always feel like, oh, I'm number one in this person's life. That's just the energy that I'm getting, that everybody feels very special around you. And because of that, you'll have some people who feel like, okay, they're giving me so much, let me give them something back. But there are more people that are going to take advantage of that energy and feel like they deserve it, or whatever the case may be. All right. So what does personality 6 mean to me? Oh, gentle gardener is about being being kind of focused on your intentions. Okay, so paying attention to what your intentions are, setting them accordingly. And then when they don't work out, the reason why gentle gardener is there is because you need to make sure that you're okay with yourself, that you're not too hard on yourself, that you're not feeding yourself bullshit of how things should be, or giving yourself like this talk that you're not enough. You have to realize that you are always enough. And so that brings me back to the commitment card. Make sure that you guys are committed to yourself. Make sure you're committed to your intentions, that you are committed to your guides, the people who love you. Don't get distracted by trying to hold up commitments that don't work for you. And this isn't, oh, I'm tired, I don't feel like it. This is, okay, if I keep this commitment, I would literally be hurting myself or hurting someone else. So you definitely want to be careful of that. You don't want to take too much from yourself to give to somebody else, because once your cup is empty, you're not going to have anything to give, not even to yourself. And when people are used to taking, they're not used to giving back. All right, so what is What do our personality sixes need to know? Oh, and then personality numbers are created by the consonants in your name. They represent who people think you are. Okay. So let's see what we got here. We have the water element. We have a message from fire. We have 10 of water backwards. And then we have the 4 of earth, which came up on the bottom of the deck. All right, so personality sixes, it does give off a lot of water energy, right? So right now, you guys, this gentle gardener, you need to be gentle with yourself and you need to respect that water energy. It's okay to feel love or have your heart broken. It's okay to be sensitive. It's okay to listen to your intuition. A lot of you guys have been in this energy of like this burning fire. And it's just like, okay. So it's this vibe that you are pushing forward despite how you feel inside, despite your emotions, despite not having the support that you feel like you need, you're pushing forward. And so the bad thing about this is if somebody wants you to support them and to be on their side, then they have to support you supporting them. They can't be like, oh yeah, I need you to do this thing for me and then disappear. Somebody who supports you will be like, okay, I need you to do this thing for me. Let me make sure you have everything that you need to get it done. Let me make sure that, we are a team, not just shouting out, orders like you owe them some kind of energy. Because that's definitely what I get here. You guys have an issue with holding on to relationships. 6 is a big relationship number. But when I talk about the number 6, that's why I always talk about your internal foundation. Because yes, our social relationships are very, very important. Our family, our friends, our husbands, our wives, whoever we decide to connect with, those relationships are very important to our psyche, our mental, our emotional states. Okay? But in order to build successful relationships, you have to have a balanced internal sense of self. And when you don't, it reflects in your relationships, okay? So why does everybody want to use me? Why does everybody talk to me crazy? Like, listen, I don't care if you only have 1 or 2 people in your life that understand what you're going through and that will always be there to support you. That's enough. That is enough. We get distracted a lot, especially with social media and everything, with having a lot of followers and having a lot of people support us, but you don't need that. In any case where there's a group of people or a bunch of people, whether it's family, whether it's a clique, whatever the case may be, there are always backstabbers in there. There are always people who talk crazy to somebody else, but they choose to stay around because they want to be in this group. So make sure you're not doing that. If something is not feeding you, okay, you don't want to invest in it. Make sure you are investing in yourself, in the things that you love, in the things that you want to do, and not just in other people. Because any energy that you give out, you deserve that energy back tenfold, whether it's good or whether it's bad. That is how karma works, okay? So what else do we have for our personality 6 spirit? What's the message here for personality 6? Okay, we have Iku, and then we have the 6 of earth, and then right on the bottom, 5 of air. I do, like, automatically, I feel like you guys give too much to people who don't deserve it. And you need to learn how to pull your energy back. Because there are some people that'll be like, oh yeah, keep asking until you don't have anything left. And then they're going to be okay with that. So you definitely want to watch that energy. All right. So I'm gonna pull some cards for some advice for our personality sixes. So we're gonna get some advice on our personality sixes. Advice for our personality sixes, I should say. What advice do you have for personality six, Spirit? Strength. You have the 44 coming to an 8. We'll take both of these. Spirit of place and intention. And so I feel like I was just talking about these metamorphoses. I had thought this earlier when I was shuffling this deck. So metamorphosis is definitely about change and everything. So we talked about intention, right? We have 44, 4, and we have 22. So right now you guys are going through a huge, I want to say a spiritual awakening where you are learning how to be connected with the here and now. And in a lot of ways, you feel your heart opening up, you feel your mind opening up, and you feel yourself becoming more sensitive. And so I just want to point out that there is strength in vulnerability. There is strength in being sensitive to feeling everything and then sorting out those issues and sorting out those emotions and learning how to move forward even through all of that. There's definitely so much strength in that. And that's what you need to focus on. A lot of people have very heavy emotions. If you guys just look at the way that our charts are set up, whether it's our zodiac chart, our numerology chart, whatever the chart is, right? There is sensitivity that is built into us. But a lot of people choose to go toward coping mechanisms or toward personality disorders instead of dealing with the shit that they need to deal with. So I definitely understand if you don't feel as strong as other people, but just know that you are a stronger energy, you know. So when we talk about spirit of place, to be here now, that's wow. Spirit just say, be here now. Understand that you will go through changing seasons, but learn how to thrive in each season. It's kind of like, you work that Monday through Friday and you're looking forward to the weekend, and all of a sudden the weekend is there, and so you're struggling to get through the week again until you get to the weekend. And that's what not being in the spirit of place is like. It's like always looking forward to something, but it's just a small piece of your life. So learn to look forward to something every day. Learn to enjoy your life every day. Learn to keep people around you that support you and are going to have your back, okay? Whoa. So we got Ten of Fire. Okay, so let me just say that the Ten of Wands comes off as a different card in other decks than in this one. Because in most decks, the Ten of Wands is about responsibility and burdens. But this one is like, okay, it's getting too hot. You need to take Spirit's hand. Like if you're having trouble, you need to call on your guides and have them send something down for you, right? Because the Six of Fire, and then we have Oshun here, definitely signifies success. So the advice here is to focus on the prize. Keep your eye on the prize. I just hit this, and y'all see this. It says Nine of Air, and then we have the Moon right here. So both of those are cards of darkness, of unseen, and maybe a little bit of confusion, right? So the goal here is to stay grounded. Oshun is the Empress in the regular deck, but I can't help but to read Oshun for what she actually represents, which is somebody who is overly loving and overtly loving, very, very loving, but also has a dark side if you kind of play with that love. And it's okay. it's okay to be that way. Like, it's okay to love somebody wholeheartedly, and it's okay to not fuck with them anymore if they cross you or if they betray you. And that's something that you have to understand, is that forgiveness isn't allowing people to come back into your life to do the same things that they've done before. Forgiveness is not allowing the emotional pain and hurt to have this kind of effect on you, is subconsciously and consciously, that you kind of can't walk away from because you're triggered, right? So it's kind of getting over those emotional triggers that people set for you when they hurt you and harm you. And so you could have gone through a time where you were triggered and you got your get back and all of that, but now you need to set your intention to move past that, to move on to a place where, I'm like this, right? Do everything out of love, right? If you can't do something out of love for somebody, this is a situation where you need to separate yourself from them, right? So, one of my favorite mottos is treat people how you want to be treated. And if you can't, leave them the fuck alone. Just don't fuck with them. Because at the point where you have to start doing negative things to somebody in order to have them in your life and in order for you to feel okay with yourself, it starts to fuck with your conscience, it starts to fuck with your karma, and it's better if somebody is doing that, that you are not attached to them for lifetimes to come, right? It's just better. Anything else? Personality sixes. We got message from fire back out. Okay, and we have the 8 of air. So I'm going to read message from fire since this is the second time that it's out. I'm going to read it and see what it says. Okay. Alright, I'm almost there, y'all. Sorry. Upright. Do not let anything or anyone discourage you. Since reason acts according to your moves, you have been fair in your attitudes, courage in fulfilling your duties, rank and achievement in your performance. The truth is guiding you, and love will therefore be your corollary and only means for happiness. Willpower to overcome any danger and difficulties. Right? So I see you guys, and this is overcoming this state of mind. And Spirit is saying like you owe somebody. Regardless of what people do, and I like to stress this, you don't owe them anything. Of course, you want to respect people, and of course, if somebody helps you, you want to definitely perpetuate that type of energy, but you don't owe them. Think about it this way. If you see someone on the street, right, and they have up a sign, and you decide that you want to give them money, food, snacks, water, whatever the case may be, you're not expecting anything in return from them. That was part of your charity, right? That was part of you giving back. And so what you expect from them is to do better. I mean, sometimes we're not even going to expect that. But let's just say if they do get better, if they do better, and they become in a different place, you expect them to do the same thing that you did and give back to somebody who wasn't able to. And so make sure that you are keeping that in mind. You don't owe people. When people decide to help you, that is on them. And I'm not saying that in a way of taking advantage of people, but with you guys, with the personality 6, you feel very strongly connected to people who go out of their way to help you. Okay, and so you really need to hear, because some people are going to try to help you to get in your circle. They're going to try to help you so that you will owe them and they can get something bigger and better from you. Okay, so that's all I have for personality 6. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, share, and I will see you next time.